Hello and welcome, Sanjin here. In this little video, we're gonna look at infrared remotes. What you can see here is a receiver which receives infrared signals sent by this remote control, and you can actually perceive the signals as purple blinking. There you go, you're looking at them. So you won't be able to see them with your eyes because they're infrared, out of the range of human vision. Now, to use the infrared remote, you have various brands of these guys and the receivers. I found the F-Robot one to be, well, really reliable. And you're gonna need an infrared remote library. Now, that library is kind of tricky. It was initially created by these guys, PJRC, and you have some functions here which are explained what they do. Since then, it was updated, upgraded for all kinds of remotes, and it's basically living on GitHub. So you can basically clone, download the zip, and in your Arduino, you can go into Sketch, include library, add zip library, and you just add it through that. Now, some common commands that are in here: you set the receiving pin, in my case, that's pin 11. So this guy, this blue cable, as you can see right there, bow, is going into pin 11. You've got this actually selects that pin as a receiver. This creates a temporary variable for, well, a variable for your results. Those results are a unique number. In this case, it's like a hexadecimal number. Hexadecimals are those weird numbering conventions. I think it's base 16 and it contains a lot of letters. Next up, you have to, inside the setup, enable the infrared receiving. And right now, what we have is a setup that actually prints a unique value inside the serial for every button we press. So I'm just going to press some buttons. I'm going to press 1, and you're going to see a unique number. Now, what you see in as I said, if you don't have this operating correctly, if I go under the table and I just press random buttons, you're going to see some of these FF things, and you're going to see occasionally even different numbers. So it can have some interference, and ideally, to get the perfect results, you aim at it, and it works like a charm. So what we can do is basically read that unique hexadecimal value, write an if statement. You have to add 0x before whatever is printed in hexadecimal. Interesting factoid. Maybe one of you can tell me why that is. And then you can, for instance, in this program, I just turn, my LEDs are in pins 2 to 7, and I turn on, by pressing the on button here, I turn on all the lights 2 to 7, and by pressing 0, I turn them all off. So that's more or less how it works. Now, I figured in one of my previous YouTube videos, I'll put the link in the description, I made a piano sound effects, and in there, I used various tone functions, like this Fibonacci one. The trouble with using the infrared remote library is it doesn't work together with tone. It basically interferes with the PWM of the Arduino. So, but you can use something like this, although I haven't tried. So we have this kind of like space gun function, and we can put that function in here, and then we can select the button for space gun, have a look. I don't know, I'm going to pick I don't know, I'm going to pick EQ. I'm going to pick EQ, I'm going to print EQ, and then I'm going to show you how simple it is. Oops, aim. And this is the kind of interference that I'm talking about. It just happened, but see, EQ is FDB04F. So I'm just going to leave that there, and I'm going to copy and paste one of these if statements, and Control T, make sure we've got the right amount of everything. Get rid of this 4. Go into this unique value, Put it there. And now we can do the space gun. We can do the space gun. And I don't remember what was the high number. I don't know, we'll go 5. Space gun 500. So maybe it's that simple. Buzzer is going to be, I think I called it speaker. And so hopefully, other than turning the lights on and off, we'll be able to space gun this thing. What is your problem? Speaker was not declared in the scope. Oh. Int speaker equals to 8. Now it is. Okay, done uploading. EQ. And it's going on forever. So we can't turn it off, but we can also have a careful look and see how this results value is actually in the loop. And if it got executed only once, and it got executed only after the, you know, check right here, just a theory. So what Control T does our formatting. So what happens now is this check, if the results value is that, and execution of space gun only happens once inside the loop of receiving the results one time. So maybe that's going to allow me to make just one sound effect every time I press EQ. Here we go. Done. Yes. Lights on, lights off. And there you have it. So I will be sure to put the code in the description for you guys to download, to play with this. The kit that is going to be required to make all these parts is coming out, but I think you can more or less work out. I mean, we've got some lights, resistors, a speaker module. This one is a particularly convenient one. It's just plug and play. So that's all you're gonna need. Okay, with all that, bye-bye and see you soon.